And damn, our beloved Kaspa is pumping. Guys, do you remember 2 days ago I drew this arrow in here, 12% pump? Is this going to come into fruition? Well, this is something that we'll try to figure out in this video. Ladies and gents, if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing, and a quick disclaimer that this video is not financial advice. So this is for hourly time frame, right? However, we do have a bit of a resistance in here with many confirmations that actually started in 8th of January, okay? So almost a month ago, okay? Well, 20 something days ago, whatever. Nonetheless, now we do experience selling pressure on 4 hourly, and stochastic RSI on 4 hourly is also overheated. Even if I'm going to put on 1 hourly, you've seen that this is prone for a little local pullback, in my opinion. But of course, guys, if the money is flowing, well, at least on a short time frame, that doesn't mean nothing, okay? Because on a daily time frame, if I'm going to quickly switch it, you can clearly see that MACD momentum is actually changing towards the upside, and also stochastic RSI is experiencing a bullish divergence, okay? We still have a little bit of a target from where we are at the moment, and that's going to be what, 4% 18, if I can see it properly. Let me actually just move it. Yes, 420. What a beautiful number. Anyways, guys, that was very quick kind of, TA for Kaspa. Let's actually now draw another trend line. I know that it looks very messy. I hope that, guys, you don't mind. But if I'm going to draw the trend line from here, let's say we had, a couple of rejections, right? We could technically consider this as a rejection from this local area. Well, here, obviously, here there was a local top, right? And at the moment, Kaspa clearly broke this downtrend. That's definitely a bullish thing, okay? But I do believe that Kaspa is going to see a little bit of a pullback on 4 hourly, 1 hourly. Obviously, we do have, kind of a pump now, and we got this resistance, overheated level for stochastic RSI, etc. But now, guys, we are going to look at different things, different charts, okay? And we are going to ask ourselves a question whether, there is more to this cycle or not, okay? So let me go back to Google Chrome, and something that you guys have seen in the thumbnail, probably. I'm not actually sure if I'm going to make this as a thumbnail, but whatever. We've got a big news because Kaspa's hash rate increased to 1.58 exahash per second, and obviously bigger the number, bigger the Kaspa network, and safer the Kaspa network is. I also have a couple of photos from the meeting. I'm not entirely sure where exactly this meeting happened. I believe that was in Turkey, but that's basically for people that are thinking that Kaspa is a scam, right? Of course, this is not the team for Kaspa, but all of the ambassadors and people that are, well, I believe positively contributing to Kaspa's ecosystem are here, right? Please remember that none of these guys are paying me. They don't get paid either, right? Because Kaspa is a proof of work, fair launch project. Now, let's move on. So we've got Senator Loomis that caused the USA to sell its gold to buy Bitcoin. Something big is coming, according to account Bitcoin LFG. This is obviously big news, guys. And in the midst of that, we've got Mr. Jerome Powell. Listen up to what is he saying. Let me actually change this, and there you go.
Our role with Bitcoin really is to look at, with crypto, really is to look at the banks, and we think it's, banks are perfectly able to serve crypto customers as long as they understand and can manage the risks, and it's safe and sound. As a good number of our banks that we regulate and supervise do that. The threshold has been a little higher for banks engaging in our.
Okay, so remember, guys, this is the Fed saying such thing. Jerome Powell, right, that recently said something, well, not so positive about crypto and BTC, right? And now he's saying this, right? And also banks were saying that they would like to serve crypto to its customers as long as there is regulatory, framework and stuff like this. And now, thanks to Mr. Gary Gensler being out of the window, we will have that framework. So, well, based on these news, guys, everything is bullish, right? But the price isn't pumping the way it should be pumping, for overall market, right? Let's actually have a look what's going on. So this is daily, guys, at the time of recording this video. Ondo 15%, Fed 7 hype and all of that, things are actually looking good. But if I'm going to zoom it out to weekly, we are nowhere near, okay? And also monthly, guys, do you remember when we had this election day and Trump, it was announced that Trump became a president? We had a huge, well, let's say local rally for crypto, and well, I believe we are going to come back. Anyways, Kaspa 10% on a daily. It's nice to see it finally. But let's move on, guys, because I've got different things for you prepared. Where is this? Now we've got Illinois State Representative John Calibo, I hope that I pronounced his name properly, introduces legislation for a strategic Bitcoin reserve. So it's starting, guys. This is definitely bullish news. And now a little bit of a macro, okay? So please, I hope that I haven't, lost you. We are going to come back to Kaspa and of course liquidity, right? But anyways, this is total crypto market cap excluding BTC and Ethereum only weekly, okay? So Prof is pointing out that weeks of sideways movement soon to end, and the next phase is altcoin season. Or is it different this time, right? That's a great question, guys. Of course, I'm not here to tell you that altcoins are going to pump and you're going to make millions of dollars, holding Kaspa, okay? I try to be kind of, realistic, based on the data that I see. And let's actually examine the data right now. So, when we were basically at the previous all-time highs in 2017, 2021, we finally saw this breakout and entry towards that bullish a rectangle, square, whatever. And now 2021, 2025, it's exactly the same kind of a thing that we saw just on the left side right now. So now I guess, days, maybe week or two, I believe next week, who really knows, guys, but we are at that verge, okay? Of course, everything can possibly go down to shit, okay? But based on this, well, I'm bullish, right? But anyways, crypto.com, right? Listen to that. So using the RSI of Google Trends data for Bitcoin searches, we can see when people start to get interested and use that to determine where we are in the cycle. There are 5 main places people start to search for Bitcoin. Number 1, the first price rise after the end of the bear market. Number 2, the second major mid-cycle move. Number 3, as Bitcoin starts to near and make new all-time highs. Number 4, leading into or during the first cycle top. And 5, the final cycle top. As you might expect, interest starts to ramp up during major price rises. It seems that after enough increase, people start to get bored and interest drops just before major highs are put in. We have just completed phase 3, which is the all-time high move. The RSI has made a full reset, which means that the next phase will be underway soon. Phase 4, first cycle top. In other words, people are bored, but they won't be for long. Even Google searches confirmed what other data tells us. Lots of the cycle left to go. And this person basically is not bullish, right? He's very realistic, okay? And I like his analysis. I obviously don't show it every single time, so big shout out, thank you for this, okay? And if we are going to follow his beautiful chart, which I actually suggest that you guys pause and read through it and actually bother to study this a little bit, we can clearly see that it's very likely that BTC is going to see higher prices in coming future. But anyways, we've got this account that's pointing out that Ethereum loves falling wedges. So we've got scenario in 2021, we saw the breakout. 2024 we have a breakout, and 2025 we also have this falling wedge. So now this is daily time frame. Could we pump a little bit again and then go back and forth until we are going to see the breakout? Definitely possible. I personally don't believe that we are going to see shit from now on, but let's see, okay? Anyways, I've got another chart. Basically, crypto Burb is pointing this out, where we are in the cycle for BTC comparing to the previous cycles, okay? So all of the data that I just have shown you, and of course I could pull out more charts, guys, but in a nutshell, everything looks very, very bullish. So I hope that all of this positive data and everything that I'm showing you, of course, is enough to push finally this market towards the upside and make some back. But anyways, let's have a look at our beloved Kaspa, shall we? So market cap is sitting at 3.2, well, almost $3.3 billion, and ranking is sitting at number 43. Volume 71 mil, and the price increase in the last 24 hours is 3.9%. And now if it comes to Kaspa being mined, we are sitting at 89.27%. So guys, we got a little bit over 10% left for Kaspa to be mined, and after that there will be no more Kaspa, okay? So things are going to get really interesting in the future. But anyways, let's quickly have a look at ETFs. Oh my goodness, these damn ads, okay? Let's close. So 29th of January, 92 million and 28, well, apologies for the lack of update yesterday, but anyways, 18.4 million of positive inflows, okay? So this is good. And now guys, let's quickly have a look at liquidity and fear and greed index, which I already have in here. So we are sitting at number 70. Of course, that can go into number, well, much higher number, like 90 something like we had in the previous pump. Now, ladies and gents, let's have a look at liquidity for BTC. So this is daily, Okay, everybody now is longing Bitcoin because obviously Bitcoin is going towards the liquidity levels at 107 or 10, whatever that I've been showing you before, and now everybody is longing. Okay, people are using 10x leverage. Cool. Now let's actually have a look at 7-daily outlook. Oopsie, that's 30 days. Okay, 7-daily outlook. Okay, so now we still have significant amount of people that are actually shorting Bitcoin. We've got 507 billion versus 5.54 billion USD. Okay, so now ladies and gents, let's actually have a look at Binance 24 hourly. That's going to be BTC. Okay, so that's reflecting, okay, that's, let's say, almost 50-50 kind of a situation if it comes to the liquidity in here, right? We've got significant level of liquidity above us at 106,500. Okay, however, this liquidity below could also be grabbed. This is very, very likely. However, if I'm going to put it on a weekly, and don't worry, we are going to look at Kaspa, and I'm going to show you a couple of extra charts. Okay, so even if we are going to dip a little bit to collect the liquidity that I've just showed to you on a daily, looks like, to me at least, based on the liquidity levels, is that BTC is going to travel towards 107 and then hopefully beyond finally. Okay, because I'm sick of waiting the same way as you are, pretty much. Okay, anyways, let's go guys, let's go. Let's put perpetual. These guys have a lot, okay, of liquidity. So you see on a daily everybody is longing Kaspa after Kaspa saw that pump that I was mentioning about 2 days ago. Damn guys, you know, I have to start trading anyways. Shorts, right? People are still shorting the market, right? With only 5x leverage. So the question is, are these people going to win these short time trades on a daily? Well, we'll see, right? Let's put Kaspa in here. Kaspa 7 daily, all of the exchanges. Okay, so 7 daily, all of the exchanges, everybody is longing Kaspa. Let's actually have a look at the daily very quickly. So now we definitely have much more longs rather than shorts. Okay, and also coming back to my chart in here, guys, that kind of makes sense with the resistance, with RSI being overheated, with this candle already showing some you know, selling pressure. So in my opinion, what Kaspa is going to do is probably, you know, try it sideways in here, pull back a little bit, and then boom. But heck, this is just my guess. Let's come back in here and let's have a look at the heat map, shall we? So Binance perpetual, maybe not weekly, let's actually have a look at the daily first. So as you guys see, that daily is also confirming this. Okay, 11 cents, we've got liquidity at 11 cents. Is Kaspa going to dip now? Guys, this is something that I don't want to tell you, right? This is something that I don't want to show you, but of course I have to, right? I have to be very realistic, right? Because, well, why I don't want to tell you and show you, right? Because I would imagine that most of you guys are holding Kaspa on spot and you're not trading this volatility, right? Well, if you don't trade it, obviously this is something that all of us have to kind of, you know, deal with, right? Kaspa going up and down all the time. However, let's go to weekly now. Weekly is still showing us significant momentum towards the upside. Okay, so we've got 13 cents 8, just as I have mapped in here. As you guys see, 13 cents 9, let's say probably 13 cents 8, and then pullback retest of this level as a support. But let's see what's going to happen. Okay, now guys, one of you asked me what are my plans for taking profits for Kaspa. So guys, if I'm going to zoom it out, right, of course I cannot really advise you what you should be doing with your own money, right? But I can only tell you what I am going to be doing with my money, right? So for instance, I can, you know, take some profits in here at uneven numbers like 33, maybe 29 profits, you know, take profit number 1, then let's say 52, then let's say 74, right? Because everybody is going to wait for that, let's say dollar or 99, right? And then for example, you can do 120, right? 140, whatever, guys. I cannot really tell you this, right? But everybody is going to be waiting for these even numbers if it comes to taking profits, right? But what if Kaspa is not going to reach the $5? Instead, it's going to reach $4.87, right? That's why you should be you know, taking profits along the way. And also guys, it depends on when you have entered, where and when. Okay, I hope that helps. And now guys, let's quickly cover BTC's dominance, because on a weekly time frame this candle is showing us downward momentum already. However, this actually showing us, I mean MACD is actually showing us, you know, up move. So in this particular case, I'll still take a risk and say that this is a bearish retest. This is what I hope for, right? Because based on technicals, right, we got this rising wedge, which obviously is a bearish pattern, but in this case for Kaspa and other alts is bullish. Nonetheless, guys, the question is for how long we can go towards the upside, right? This is a great question, right? If I'm actually going to go on a monthly time frame, we can clearly see that this, well, MACD is flattening out and stochastic RSI is still going towards the downside. So even if we are going to see a little bit of a more of a pump for BTC's dominance, still monthly is showing us that we might gonna see that altcoin season finally coming. And now if it comes to USDT dominance on a daily, it's finally breaking below this pattern of bearish flag. We will see how that is going to play out in coming days. Guys, thank you very much for watching this quick update. I hope that you have guys enjoyed, and as always, peace and love crypto.